Taylor's 214CE is one of Taylor's most popular guitars around the $1,000 range, offering amazing sound for the money and a wide range of tonal options. There's so many different variations of this model, so I just want to clarify that the one I'm showcasing right now is the one with the solid spruce top and rosewood back and sides, the 2019 edition, which originally sold for around $999 US. You can get the same model in a variety of different back options like walnut, koa, sapele, etc., different tops like koa, and there's also deluxe and plus options which have different inside body wood layers, different finishes like beautifications, different tuners, and also could come in a hard case or their aero case. Those additional features will bump up the price a couple $100 over the base model. But again, this video is going to be on the spruce top with the rosewood back and sides. I'll be running through the design, the material used, and of course some sound tests. Let's first start off with what does the 214CE even stand for? So the first number denotes the series, so this is a 200 series, and the higher the number, the more expensive it is. The 200 series are still made in their Mexico factory. They feature solid tops with layer back and sides. The focus is more on the sound versus aesthetics, so the range is typically around $999 US to $1,500 US, again if you have the plus or deluxe options or special woods. The second number in the sequence denotes the type of wood for the top. In this case, it's a soft wood. It's a spruce top. The third number in the series represents the body shape. The 4 is for the grand auditorium shape, which offers large sound with still comfortable reachability for the right arm, making it a comfortable body size to play for children or petite players to larger players. C stands for a cutaway. In this particular case, it is a Venetian style cutaway, which allows you access to the upper registers of the fretboard, and the E stands for electronics. This guitar has Taylor's ES2 preamp with dials for bass, treble, and volume, and is powered by a 9-volt battery, which is easily removable from the bottom of the guitar here. As for dimensions, it has a 20-inch body length, 16-inch body width at the widest point, 4 inches and 5/8 for the body depth. The nut width is 1 inch and 11/16, 20 frets total with a 25.5 inch full-size scale length, which brings this guitar weight to roughly 4.5 pounds. You also get Taylor's really nicely padded structured gig bag, which I featured in a whole separate video if you want to check that out, but this gig bag comes with the guitar at no additional charge. Now talking about the materials used on this guitar, starting from the top to the bottom, we have a one-piece head and neck, which is mahogany with a satin finish. Some later models have the headstock overlaid with ebony, but you can see this one does not. Tuners are closed chrome tuners, so they will always be lubricated. They aren't as tight and precise as I like them to be, like on my Grover tuners, but they get the job done. Also on the headstock, you'll find the location to adjust the truss rod, which is currently covered with 3 small screws. The nut is new bone, so it's a synthetic bone, easy to make adjustments. Again, the neck is mahogany with that satin finish. It has a really nice slim neck design, which I think Taylor is known for, which allows for easy finger placement and movement up and down the neck. Fingerboard is made out of ebony, which is a really hard wood. It has some faux pearl dot inlays, also dots on the side as well. Again, this is a 25.5 inch full scale length, and it is joined to the body at the 14th fret like normal. And like most Taylor guitars, it has an NT neck joint, which means it is bolted on versus glued on, so it makes it for easier adjustments if you need to in the future. Now looking at the body of the guitar, it has a tortoise style pickguard, a very simple white and black rosette. The saddle is micarta, which is a type of plastic. The bridge is West African ebony with black ABS plastic bridge pins. Simple white binding around the tops and the bottoms. Body again is Sitka spruce solid top with a nice glossy finish. The back and sides are Indian rosewood with a satin finish. All of the finish is very thin so that you can even feel the grain in the wood, which allows for better resonance. It features C-class bracing, and this is strung with Diodario's phosphor bronze light gauge strings. Additionally, this does have strap buttons, and actually the location of the bottom strap button is also the opening to plug in an amp. Just a small note, I did find it a little bit difficult to get my strap over the bottom button because the flange was a little bit wide, so you might need to do a little bit of a cutting on your strap to get it to fit over a little easier. Now plug in your best sounding headphones and give this guitar a listen. I'll do some sample tests of strumming as well as fingerstyle, and also with and without the pickup. Spruce is known for being a very responsive tone wood, so it allows you for very nice articulate finger picking, and also is extremely responsive when it comes to dynamics. How much you put in is what you can expect to get out. This also means that any imperfections will also clearly stand out, so the solid spruce top really forces you to be very clean with your picking. And then the rosewood back and sides really complements the brightness of the spruce with its deep bass and resonance. It has a really awesome sound sustain. This wood pairing really brings out the full frequency of this guitar. Additionally, intonation out of the box was very good, and for the most part, the tuners were able to hold the guitar in tune even with frequent capo changes. The action straight from the factory was a little bit high, particularly closer to the sound hole, so you may need to have a setup. But the ES2 preamp worked perfectly right out of the box. I do appreciate that it's a very simple minimalistic knob design. They don't even label the treble, bass, or volume, though it's easy enough to figure out once you have it plugged in. The bass and treble knobs, they have a little notch in the center to give you a baseline of what the neutral outputs are, and then the volume knob is pretty self-explanatory, turning clockwise to turn it up. Altogether, this is an amazing value for the money. You get a lot of guitar sound without a crazy high price tag, suitable for serious beginners to professionals. Yes, it still has laminate back and sides, but that also makes it a very versatile travel guitar. You don't have to worry about it as much as an all-solid build. And I particularly love this combination of the spruce and rosewood design with the crisp highs and the distinct lows. And I acknowledge that rosewood is becoming a less sustainable wood to harvest, harvest, so a lot of guitar manufacturers are trying to substitute with other woods or charge more for it in this case, but I personally think the bass response is definitely worth it over something like walnut. And this is a guitar that you can keep for a very long time and has really great resale value if you take good care of it. As usual, if you're interested in this guitar, I'll put some links where you can buy it brand new in the description. Thank you for watching.